right, it's 11:21. So we'll transition to item number 22. Any action pursuant to matters as discussed in item number 21?
No action.
No action?
What time you gonna call it again?
11:21. No action.
He said, no, Jared said 23.
Okay, we'll just go ahead and cover that. If we can skip ahead to item number 23, discuss and consider burn restrictions. Travis, do you have any opinion on that?
Hoping and praying that we'll get a bunch of rain out of this week. But right now it's pretty dry.
How much rain we get last night?
I gotta see what.
Nothing in North.
Oh my, I got a ton
Now,
in my
I
house.
think a lot of it went through like Murray and Albany
Uh-huh.
area.
How'd you do on rain, JD?
I got a half an inch in my hand.
Half an inch?
I
And
think
only?
I think we're teetering on the
Edge.
Okay.
dryness.
Probably, so far, we hadn't had any fire authorities by control getting out of hand.
No.
Yeah.
So I'd say hold off until we start having problems.
That's what yours
Judge,
Yes.
could I say, I signed up here, but I didn't.
You gotta hand it in.
Could I say
Can
something?
you hand your form in so we can have a record of it?
Sir?
Did you fill the form out?
There wasn't any.
Yes, one minute.
Okay.
I feel,
You gotta fill the form out.
Well, there wasn't any, or he didn't know there was a packet.
I looked for different places, I found them back there and up here before, and never seen them.
All right.
Cash.
17. All right, JD, why don't you come on up, discuss and consider the Murray Tower that was destroyed during the storm and potentially build a new tower in Ellisville.
Well, last Sunday, we got blown away in Murray, and we've got it insured, but you know how insurance works. So we're not gonna get an adjuster till Wednesday, this Wednesday at 9 to look at it and tell us what we already know that's destroyed, and then give us a quote on what it takes to replace it and whatnot. So we're talking time-wise, waiting on insurance to get something to get it back. And so if we can get that Ellisville tower going ahead and get started and get it ordered, they're talking 4 to 8 weeks timeline from the time we order it to delivery. 6 to 8?
60 days.
Okay. We told me 4 to 8, 4 to minimum 8.
I figured eight,
So
figured eight.
6 to 8 weeks after we order it. And so the quicker we can get this through court and get that approved, we can get it ordered, and maybe they might both come back on at the same time, I don't know, but we need something started. Communication wise between us and the sheriff's office both. Cause we got a gap out in western part of the county right now.
So what is it gonna cost to build the Ellisville Tower?
30-something, there should be in the packet. In there.
That last fire y'all had out there, we couldn't talk to nobody.
No, we just went to take the fire one and talk to each other.
And it was, we had to get the dozer guy out there, when I sent Charlie, he had to be communicated through by phone till he got out there on the side.
Like I say, we've got a gap out there right now. Sheriff's office, if they ever have anything, they're gonna get the same situation. And that's what we've worked over the years, trying to fit all this in,
Okay, move on.
communication.
That's that. The tower is 36,195. That's including
That what it got concrete.
So yeah, 36,195 for the tower and 13,890 for the equipment.
Yeah.
Cheryl, what do we have,
125,000 in our contingency.
yeah,
But we're taking about 11 out of that from this morning.
But we do have some, we can take some out of emergency man.
I don't know how much we have left in emergency management.
How much is the total of?
36,195.
That's just for the tower,
That's just for tower.
but we got a concrete base, all that. So,
We've got.
we're right at 50.
No, we don't have as much in
No, he
emergency
doesn't.
management.
Is that not insured at all?
Well, that part is
What-
insured.
That one's in
We're talking about the building, the one
Building the
in
light
light
building.
building.
Yeah. New construction.
So I pulled the contingency, and before we promised to take this 11,000 out, there was 123,000 in there.
Minus 11, it'll be 122, I mean, 112. Okay. We got, means to dig the hole and do all that.
Now, what kind of footers it gotta have? Did we set them ourselves? And have the concrete poured?
We figured just use the big hole that you gotta dig as a form.
Okay, you're just gonna do footers like that, hole drilling footer instead of.
We could go down there and, what you gonna have, a 3 foot, about 3 foot?
If we dig a pier,
Yeah.
the pier is supposed to be 30 inches, 8 foot deep, I think.
Deep.
But we're talking about just doing it like we done our other, our Murray tower, just digging one big hole in the back of it.
How big is that gotta be?
And then we can still do piers also. We could actually dug the hole and do the piers,
Right.
then we can make that much stronger.
So we had put that in our budget for next year, with the idea of doing that in the fourth quarter. If we were going to,
It doesn't have to come out of contingency if we wait till the fourth quarter.
wouldn't have to come out of contingency if we waited till the fourth quarter, but
I'd rather it be,
I must have skipped it. What number is emergency management, Cheryl? Do you know?
406, I believe, of one of those.
See, if it takes 8 weeks, which I bet it will, you're looking at, this is July, they're gonna have over
There it is, there it is. I just-
August, September. About that time, we'll be in, that's the end of the fourth quarter right now.
and it doesn't have to come out of contingency at all.
But what
So-
we can do is, if we go ahead and order it, not have to pay for it until, when it gets in, which will be the first part of October.
We do not have enough money in emergency management to be able to do it there. It would have to be out of contingency if we did it.
Well, I figure we take a percentage of it.
There's just not that much there.
Okay.
Your tires, fuel,
And it's
maintenance, windows.
Well, we can go
maybe
ahead.
like $4,000. I mean, we don't have a big lump sum in there. That's not bulldozer, and then we're using all that, you know.
You know the bulldozer operator, that's the hard. But,
So it would have to be contingency if we did it this year.
I guess what I'm saying is, we can agree to it. If it takes 8 months to do it, I think,
8 weeks.
then you're gonna be in the end of the fourth quarter, which will be putting us right in the first quarter.
That's actually a good point.
You know what I'm saying?
We could start it now, but we should be getting paid for it in the fourth quarter.
Out of budget instead of
Yeah, they
contingency.
don't even,
Yes. We can do that.
Yeah, I think we ought to
Would
do
it
it.
take until October to finish it and balance?
So we're 10 weeks till
Yeah.
next year.
Yeah, which I think we're still in good shape.
Okay. All right. So. Do we have a motion? What number is this one?
17.
17. Do we have a motion to begin the process to build a new emergency radio tower on the precinct, in the precinct 2 yard to serve the Alive School area?
So moved, as long as we do it out of budget.
Understood.
I don't wanna
That's a
know
given.
that.
That's a given. Do we have a second? Okay, so we have a motion from Stacy Cresswell, we have a second from Jimmy Wiley. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes 5-0.
Okay, is that all right with you?
So I think the ideal way would be to have an arrangement to where that would get billed to us on October.
I can make that happen.
So that way we can pay for it out of next year's budget, but go ahead and get it started now.
Good enough.
All right.
That's the 120 foot, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, thanks for your patience. We'll move to item number 11, discuss and consider an update from the Wildcatter Ranch and Resort regarding the Young County Hot Tax Fund to promote Young County tourism. This is Doubleday.
Hello, everybody.
How are you? Appreciate your patience.
Well, all good. We also used to be a elevator, so all these conversations have been very helpful to me today. All right, hello, everybody. So we're, like I said, I'm here to just tell you about what we've been doing for the last 6 months about this hot tax and how we use it. So in Grant Estes talked about that 15% for Q1 and Q2. I actually got a call from the governor's office while I was here, while you guys were gone, so it's kind of fun, about another opportunity. So just as a literally in the moment example of why we keep that relationship alive. I got a call directly from the governor's office for another opportunity just a couple of minutes ago. So the first thing that we did in January that we hosted was our biggest FAM trip. If you remember, FAM just means that familiarizing trip, bringing someone in partnership with Travel Texas. That was for Qantas Airlines, and they were promoting that Travel Texas PR team between the new flight between DFW Airport and New Zealand. So very exciting. That also gave us the biggest coverage punch that we've had for the year. We had 2 big actual features in digital and print magazines. So news.com AU, which is one of the largest distribution of print and digital productions for the area, Australia and New Zealand, targeting those audiences who are going on vacation and landing in DFW and then bringing them out here. So that's a great feature. They tell me in their stats the equivalent of the press coverage is like in the many, many thousands. I feel like it must be a typo because it's like hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of press. I feel like that might have been a typo, but really great. The other one is in Vacations and Travel, another print and digital magazine. So again, that FAM trip coming from Australia to promote Qantas Airlines, I think had a really great impact. One of the things that just going into that deeper level, and I won't go into all of them for this, we're all in the digital age, and search engine optimization is really, really important for travelers. And by still being in these networks and getting print and digital features in newspapers and news articles is a great way that people find our website. So again, great features. Then we also participated in an invite-only summit in Camp Lucy, which is down in Dripping Springs outside of Austin. The attendants were Dallas, Fredericksburg, Houston, Fort Worth, and Wildcatter as well. And then we were there to talk and promote our services and our destinations to the UK, France, and German luxury travel market. So a really unique and opportunity that cost us about $1,400. And then we also had Travel Texas, the PR branch, again from Australia and New Zealand, this time with a big representative out of the state capital that were here. And then we had several other partnerships with influencers that were coming from the UK. The biggest one of those that's on your sheet there is Jill Scott. She is a uber famous person in the United Kingdom, was a very famous footballer, came over, did all of the stuff, went to Mineral Wells, to Graham. We had a huge surge of people here in town from the World Cup that were coming to Wildcatter, and then went to all the businesses. We've heard from businesses all over the county about the surge from people coming for the World Cup, staying at Wildcatter and coming downtown. So that one we really think went really well. We spent a little over $2,000 hosting her and her team there. And we had a huge surge from the World Cup, so we think that was well done. She was here in April, so that was 2 months to get out all of that content and bring people here for the World Cup, which was great. We had a couple other influencers. Some of those have not come out yet in terms of publications and all all of those types of things. And then we had one other magazine that came out just before the end of Q2, June 27th, and that was for La Essentials, which is a Luxembourg leading media outlet that was here from Travel Texas and the UK. So all in all, trying to keep it short after keeping you guys here all day that first time I was here. January to June of 2026, Wildcatter spent $12,000, $794.20 on hosting these Travel Texas partners that come from the governor's office. And just as a review, in 2025, Wildcatter contributed $82,652.31 via hot tax. So last year, we were awarded from you that 15%, which comes to $12,397.84. So per quarter, that's $3,099.46. So here today, I'm asking for the Q1 and Q2 total would be $6,198.92 for all of those hosting activities.
So again, just to recap what we had talked about, this is gonna be an investment that the county's making into Wildcatter to promote Young County as a whole. And what we're hoping we'll see is that hot tax growing. And, because that money, we invest that money in Fort Belknap, and we invest that money in Only in America. Is that what they call it? Only America? For tourism. So, do we have a motion to release the first 2 quarters of the money that we stated we were gonna invest
I'll make that motion.
in this purpose? So, we have a motion from Stacy Cresswell, and we have a second from Alan Craig. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
Are y'all making any expansions or anything on Wildcatter at this time?
We sure are. Yeah, we're really talking hardcore with all of the utilities providers and what's the best strategy for the next round. We're very, very close. We're still trying to get the final funding, but we've got several options that we're really close to hopefully lining out for a new section of cabin suites. So if you've been to Wildcatter State, there's a hotel, but when you drive past the hotel, there's a cabin suites. And so that's our most popular type of lodging. And so we're hoping to build a whole nother section of those on the other side of the bluff. And so we're working with Fort Belknap and everything on figuring out what we got to destroy in order to make the utilities work on that.
Callie, can you send an invoice?
Yes, I was
Ms.
yes.
Roberts?
He's reading my mind, he's scaring me.
I saw the daggers.
No, it wasn't daggers.
Those weren't me.
But yeah, no, if you could just submit an invoice to Cheryl.
Okay,
Thank you. Item number 12, ratify the interlocal cooperative agreement contract for inmate housing services. Sheriff, you want to talk about, do you have anything you want to add to it? I know we've executed this agreement. Do you have anything to add to just us ratifying the executed agreement?
Talking about with Liberty County?
Yeah.
Not at all. I mean,
Is there anything-
sir.
is there anything changed on expense to housing that we need to look at or anything?
But I did talk with someone from there, and their part of their jail is being built, and they're not complete, they're way out there right now.
Good. That's good news.
So we'll need some housing a little bit longer.
Well, and that's, Timmy was doing some work on the money that we raised. It's over $100,000 this year, which when we get to the sheriff's budget, that's something we can talk about, reinvesting that back into our system.
And also, people need to understand that whenever we are housing out of county inmates, these inmates go back to their county before they're released. They're not released here.
Yeah.
Then we take them once to TDC for them.
Yeah, none of them are released here.
No.
They're all either taken to Big Brother or sent home. Right.
I saw that comment on Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, we house out county inmates, they go straight back to their county where they came from. They do do their dispositions there and release them, and, or we take them to TDC with their paper ready.
And I'm correct in saying that we're not responsible for the cost of transporting them. They come and pick them up.
They come all the way from Liberty County, that's a long ways too, they come,
Yeah.
they bring them to us, they come and pick them up. The only thing that we transport is from here to TDC if they're paper ready, and they go with our inmates when we take them to TDC.
But our new food service still, that didn't affect on the cost on our end that much.
No, not this year.
This particular group goes to Baylor County, correct?
I don't know if we did ratify that one, I think it was the same, all we did was just
This is the one where.
Oh, this is the Baylor County.
This is Baylor.
Yeah.
Baylor, same, every one of them, we did the same way.
Yeah. All right, do we have a motion to ratify the Baylor County?
So moved.
We have a motion
I'll second
from
that.
Alan Craig, do we have a second?
I second.
Judy Wiley, all in favor? 5-0. Tommy, you want to say what you wanted to say?
Yes, sir. Thank you. I have a couple of subjects. One I want to mention is concern bands. I'll be 84 years old in October. I've never seen a year in my life that this Rangeland was burned after 4th of July, all the way around about the end of March. Primary sources of fuel are grass and weeds, dry brush, and wind. I would like to suggest that you consider leaving the burn ban on. If those people, if we're gonna have enough fires from natural sources, electricity, whatever. Anybody needs to do some burning, you need to make, you have some kind of control system, they have to be accountable for it, and they have to be, give prior notification before we do it. But it's just on and off, it gives you a lot of room for confusion. And everybody knows we don't have enough fires as it is. So I'm just asking that you consider thinking about that. It's gonna rain next week, that does not mean this grass will burn. It's not gonna happen. This grass is native, one season variety of grasses in the process of July, all the way to one morning. They're dry now, they'll turn green. We'll bring it maybe a little bit, then we'll go right back, which may, we'll go right back to try. You see, it's been burning for 3 weeks or longer. So, you know, think about that. The other thing I say is, you know, is on maintenance. Those deals weren't a better deal for the primary, secondary, helpers, those projects. They wouldn't be issued for us. Think about that. They use the caveat, I guess you'd say, oh, we might put it on the back burner, we're not bringing it here today. We keep the hand down the road and pay whatever do your school, whatever do your hospital. Guys, that's corporate bullying. Let them come, that's what they're gonna do. What's wrong with the city, they should come in. Don't pay the taxes for them. That's a great collection back to the local taxpayers of the county, when you give a county tax rate. It is a good policy. That preserves your tax rate. Your consultant talks about that. Preserve your tax rate. Ken got one of the benefits, he said, I heard you make a comment here, you make the same comment in Jack County. There's one reason to give tax rates. So you give your child payment, you preserve the tax rates. So think about that. People are listening, people are watching, and everybody understands this system. Everybody understands what's going on. Just remember that. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, item number 13, ratified the executed rural ambulance service grant agreement. That's award number 0000002868. So that is the rural ambulance grant program that was passed by the state legislature to supply money to rural counties for the purchase of ambulances. We were awarded $350,000, which is awesome. One problem we have is that we have 2 hospital districts. So most counties have 1 hospital district and they got this award. We have 2 hospital districts. Alney's here, thank you for coming. I've been talking with Shane also. I think we're gonna have a powwow between Graham and Alney and Young County to figure out how that money gets dispersed. We've received the money, so we have the money. We've got to figure out how to disperse it. It's been done numerous ways from other counties. Some counties have taken the money and purchased an ambulance, and then they've leased it to the hospital districts, basically making the county the middleman and basically using a lease agreement to get that money to the hospital districts.
Are there any restrictions about, can you refurbish an ambulance with it, or do you have to buy new or lease? Is there any kind of?
No, you can refurbish, you can use it for, I believe you can use it for the equipment on there. I don't think you can use it for personnel. I read all this before I went on my trip, and I need to read it again, but.
All of the ambulances we bought, we got the Alney ambulance, and got lift deals for all of them. Is there any of that needs to be redone?
Well, I think that's where we need to get Alney and Graham together. One thing Shane mentioned to me was possibly awarding it to one hospital and then having agreements between the 2 hospitals to figure out how they can, use that money to share the money.
Am I correct in this, that this year we'll get 350 and next year we'll get another 350, correct? Because
I think that's the case, but I'm not 100% sure that's the
It
case.
might have to be reapplied for, and I don't know what the new board would do.
Well, when we was down in Austin, we can talk down there and look it out.
I think we'll have to ask that question. I don't know if it's gonna be one grant for the biannual, thank you, or if you can apply each time. I don't know the answer to that.
I think it's each time. And I think, though, this way I understand it, but if it's me, if you go by the total number of runs per hospital, the one that has the most runs is gonna be putting more miles on the ambulance.
Yeah.
And then I would say the first year that they would get that, to buy it, and then next year the other one would get the 50, just like that.
Speaking of this, Mike Huff retired on Friday, so there's gonna be new leadership in Alney. So I understand he's got some health concerns, so it's not unfortunately, it's not a happy resolution for him, but can y'all reach out to Graham?
Sure.
And start those conversations, and then maybe I can jump in with those conversations and then kind of see if we can come up with some ideas to present to the board.
Sure.
Because,
I've got run numbers and things.
Find out if it's
Does that seem
same
logical
award
to you
each
about
year
the
or?
runs?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Just,
That would make quite a
of course, we want our
difference.
part, because we service,
maybe, or maybe they have an idea
But
where
if
it
you
doesn't
can
matter,
also
they
do
just
it
split it each year.
next
you know.
year, and apply for it to get y'all one, then at least
That's
we
what
can keep the cycle
Shane's
going.
idea was.
They're gonna, we understand it, it's self-business, they're gonna try to keep this going all they can.
right.
They'll pay them money.
Right.
Because they understand the rural ambulances have a problem.
And it's like, we've got a quote for a remount, it's over $200,000.
He won't take the time to do it, I don't believe.
Expensive.
Yes.
Well, that's true.
But we can,
for.
We do a lot of transfers for grant too.
Yes, you do.
Like that.
Yes, and that's a plus.
Yeah.
But the
How
takeaway
much
is
would it
we
be?
And you
have
might
one
work that
so we
thing
can
out, if
distribute
they
it.
have an extra one and ours goes down, theirs goes down over there, then they can let them use theirs until they get theirs back in line.
How much is it, ambulance anymore?
Over 350.
I don't know.
We got a quote.
$500,000?
Yeah, we got a quote for a remount recently, and it was right at 256.
For a remount.
For a remount.
Yes.
But
It
they- your
takes
boss
2
will put
years
it
to
on
get that
new.
accomplished also. If we
Yeah.
order today, we won't get a truck for 2 years, so.
That's the problem, there's not that many people out there in the world building them anymore.
Do we have a motion to ratify the rural service grant agreement?
So moved.
Motion from Jimmy, do we have a second? Second from Trustwell, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. So, again, the takeaway is we have the money, which is great news. It took forever to get those contracts out of them.
And I will get with, Rick Thompson, who's been working closely with that. I've got his number, I'll call him and make sure on the other part.
Well, if we gotta reapply for it, there's no guarantee we're gonna get that done next year.
Well, the question is, and I haven't heard anyone say they had an answer to this, is that if it's like Senate Bill 22 where it's an every year grant, or if it's a one grant over the biennium. Say it again.
Biennium.
Biennium. I struggle with English.
Well, if it's a biannual, it's gonna be an issue. If it's an every year grant, that will work out, plan for it.
All right, let's try to power through this. Item number 15, discuss and consider extending the application permit to Cross County Road to construct a pipeline or utility from Encore for Andrews and Gardner Ranch Road due to their first application expiring. Commissioner Wiley?
I don't understand why they want this, because it's gonna be overbid, but I'm gonna go ahead and extend it.
Okay.
Just so it makes it easier on their booking.
So Jimmy, you're making a motion to do
Yes.
this. Do we have a second? Second from Alan. All in favor? Any opposed? That passes 5-0. 16, discuss and consider an application permit to cross the county road to construct a pipeline or utility on Turtle Hole Road. Jimmy?
Yes, we have a new resident over there that needs a water line that goes on.
Okay, so Jimmy's making that motion. We have a second. We have a second from Alan. All in favor? Any opposed? That passes 5-0. In your packet, we have another tax sale. So just 18, discuss and consider the tax deed in Almy for the Texas Community Groups. That's parcel 9228 with the winning bid from Rebecca and Dustin Altmiller in the amount of $10,002.02. We've seen that many times. So we, all the different entities that have unpaid taxes have to approve this. Alan, would you like to make a motion?
So
Since it's in your neck of the woods?
Sure.
Alan made a motion, Jimmy will second it. All in favor? Any opposed? That passes 5-0. So that leads us to the budget workshop. I know we're getting close to lunchtime, but can we go ahead and do the Fort Belknap portion of the budget workshop, and then we
Yes.
can adjourn for lunch?
Absolutely, yes.
And then we can come back and continue the budget workshop? Does that seem reasonable to everybody?
For sure.
All right. What?
So, you need to start going on about it.
Oh, I mean, I read it.
How you doing, sir?
Hello, yes.
Hope
Do you have any money in your budget?